Good evening, Rudra. Am I audible? Something has gone wrong, in fact.
Arindam, you are audible.
Ah, thank you.
Namaskar.
Namaskar, namaskar. All the best, Rudra.
Thank you, thank you.
Rudra, namaskar.
Namaskar, namaskar dada. Wow, ki sundar background.
নমস্কার স্যার।
শর্মা
Boy.
শর্মা রুদ্রা ভালো আছে?
হ্যাঁ ভালো আছো দাদা, আপনি ভালো আছে তো? দেবাশিস দা,
নমস্কার।
নমস্কার নমস্কার।
Good evening.
গুড ইভিনিং গুড ইভিনিং।
Rudra, I made you co-host, huh?
Okay, thank you.
It's your meeting, so you have to be co-host.
Thank you so much. Good evening, Ajay ji.
Very good evening. I'm just setting up the background, so just give me 1 second. I'll be with you.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you.
রুদ্র, আমি অডিবল?
Yes, dada, you are audible.
Okay.
Everything is okay at Silchar?
Yeah. তোমার সব ঠিকঠাক?
হ্যাঁ, ঠিক, ভালো, সবই ভালো।
আচ্ছা।
আজকে অরিন্দম দা, তুমি কি টেকনিক্যাল এক্সপার্ট?
হ্যাঁ, জানি তো হায়দ্রাবাদে আটকে আছে না। He is stuck in Hyderabad. He will be back from hospital around 7:38. Then I'll hand over the charge to him.
Okay, and about the introduction and all about our year?
No, that is already decided, no?
Okay, a video that will be from Ritesh, right?
Yes, I believe so.
So nothing, no audio visual, nothing is there, so I think it's okay.
You are going to show any PPT or no?
Yeah, I have a PPT. I'll also send it to you so that you take it as backup.
You send it to me. Rotarian Sharma from Asansol, can you recognize me? We were the batchmates. Unmute, sir. Unmute कीजिए, शर्मा जी, unmute कीजिए.
Yes, Arindam, I got you. And I know you are from RC Bolpur, and you were very active during that time. Very, very active president.
Thank you.
I could see. I'll come sometime to Bolpur.
Sure.
I have something to share with you. When I'll come, I'll just give a call. Please send me your this. I'll get your number from the directory.
We are the same common group, I believe. We don't means if you search by Arindam Datta, you will get it. Or I'll send it to you. I have your number.
Okay. Thank you so much, Arindam.
How my health is okay now?
Pardon?
Your health is okay now?
Now. You see, I was during that time.
Yeah, I know that.
So I was having the spine surgery, but now with God's grace, things have improved a lot.
Great.
The meeting is not yet started, Arindam.
It will start.
Okay, yeah.
By another 7-8 minutes, it will start. At 7 o'clock, it will start.
Okay. How is now everything going on there at Bolpur?
Good, good. Rajiv, as usual, looking very glamorous.
Thank you, Arindam.
Yeah, Rajiv. Hello, Rajiv. Good evening.
Good evening, Sharma ji.
Seven.
Arindam, good evening.
Devashish, good evening, Devashish.
Hello, though.
Follow
Very
the.
good. Good.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, friend.
Good evening, Manjit ji.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening. Good evening.
Fine, fine.
All
Ah,
geared up for this evening. Sharma Saab is very punctual today.
thank you very much. No, we were told that 7 o'clock, so we should log in by 6:45.
It's another 4 minutes.
Today, First Lady has joined. In fact, I thought that District Governor will also join from her number.
Okay, well, okay.
Oh, that's good.
Jayadi, District Secretary General has joined. Ramesh ji, good evening.
गुड इवनिंग कैसे हैं?
बस ठीक हूँ.
बढ़िया.
Ramesh ji, good evening.
गुड इवनिंग.
Good evening, Ramesh ji.
गुड इवनिंग.
everybody.
Kushanavada, good evening.
Good evening.
Kushanavada कोई join.
Samada, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Arindam da.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, Arindam.
Good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
good
Dinesh
evening.
ji.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening,
Hey,
Dinesh
आप
ji.
लोग. How are you all?
Fine, fine.
Fine.
और शर्मा साहब कैसे हैं?
हाँ सर ठीक है एकदम.
Yeah.
हाँ nice. Thank you so much.
Nice to see.
वो देवव्रती को कॉल कर दो. वो मीटिंग ज्वाइन करेगी क्या?
Hello.
Good evening, Arpik. Welcome to 3240. Sandeep.
Yeah.
Hi. And also welcome Arpik, Past Governor Ajay Agarwal from Calcutta.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Good evening, Sandeep ji. Good evening, Ajay ji. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Governor Saab.
Good evening to you all.
Good evening. Governor, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Someone has went into device at a time. One has to choose one. Yeah.
Somebody has got two numbers.
Yeah. Who is that?
Saurav is there, I think. Saurav is there. He can mute everyone. Saurav
No,
Devroy.
no, I am there. I'll be muting. Don't worry.
Subhashis, we can start.
Speak, unmute yourself.
Yes, Governor-elect, when you're ready, you just let me know. We'll start.
Yes, 8.7 we can start.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
So, Arindam, Saurabh,
Yeah.
Danny, Zoom on board.
Danny is not there
Good to
today.
know.
I'll be taking care of him.
Saurabh is there also, Devroy, right?
Saurabh is there, huh?
So, both
Where is
of
Saurabh?
you manage the team. Good to go. Should we start?
Where is Saurabh? Saurabh Debra.
Saurav is there. Saurav is there.
He's there. He's there. So, Arindam, once you're ready, you just give me a go ahead.
Sandeep Narangji, has he joined from with his own number or name or somebody else?
Sandeep Narang, let me see.
No, he joined with own name. Harpik 2225 Zone 6 full hai ekdam.
Oh, acha.
Yes. And I request you all who have joined with their phone numbers, please make your name at the place of the phone number so that we can see who else are there and we can have the attendance of the public image chairs and the others who are attending here.
Good evening, Nilesh.
Good evening.
Good evening, Raja.
Hey, good evening. Good evening, Rajiv.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
Arindam?
Yeah, I have made.
Good evening,
Please. Everybody.
Arindam, should we start?
Yes. Acha, Kushanabada, you have joined from Rotary and Swaraj RC Bardhaman, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Good evening, everyone. I am Rotarian Shakti Lifelong, representing Orchid Club, Orchid City, Shillong.
Oh, welcome. Chalo, we can start. We all have the stakeholders here.
I am waiting for Arindam's queue to start.
Yes, I have made all the resource persons co-hosts so that you can share your own slides if needed. Saurabh, you are there with me?
Yes, Saurabh is there. Co-host is there.
Yes.
Saurabh, please respond.
I'm there.
You please respond, Saurabh.
Saurabh is here. He's here.
Yes, I'm there. I'm there.
And Rudra?
Okay.
Rudra is here.
Yeah, I'm here. Please go ahead.
So,
Rudra is joining.
DT, you can go ahead, please.
Okay. Well, everyone, welcome to the world of Rotary once again. And today is the public image, right? The big day for District 3240. Namaskar. Good evening. And I sincerely welcome each and everyone to District Training Assembly 2023 of 3240. Friends, you might be thinking COVID is not there, why again then virtual meetings, right? Because that's a common question comes to us. Friends, COVID has damaged us in many ways, but at the same time, COVID has taught us some good things as well. And one online program is meetings is something like that we have imbibed in ourselves. So that is the reason we are having this DTA online format. The reason also one thing that Governor-elect and me sat together, we have brainstormed so many days to formulate the way of having the DTA. And finally, we both arrived to have it on an online format, because both of us experience shows that every year DTA happens and the target group of people is the incoming club officers. But eventually what happened in a physical DTA, half of the target group presents and the majority, like us who are badly bitten by Rotary bugs, are flocking the DTA for fellowship, meeting friends. That's definitely a positive part. But at the same time, we are missing out to provide training to the 100% target groups. So hence this year we thought of why not doing a different test of DTA. We have bifurcated the DTA into 4 days and made it a topic-wise day. The day 1 we are kept for public image. The day 2 we kept for service projects, the 7 areas of focus. Day 3 we have kept for membership. And day 4 is the closing plenary session where the business session will have governor-elect will conduct that. The aim of us to get maximum people who are required for this training for 23-24 to join in us all in online format from their comfort at home or office, wherever they are. We are minimizing the cost of traveling, minimizing the time spent, and of course, minimizing their out of office or out of home, wherever we are. So this is a comfort zone that we are provided, aiming for a better training covering the close to 100% populations. So that's the reason we are having this DTA. Let us check the result from it. If it works, I'm living up to the incoming district leaders. If it does not work, let us have another way to think of. But let us do this time to see if any differences we can make it out. I heartily welcome the RPIC, my good friend, past Governor Sandeep Narang from District 3250, Dhanbad.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sandeep, welcome. I also heartily welcome ARPIC, designated for District 3240. Another my good friend, past Governor Ajay Agarwal from Calcutta. Both have joined. And I formally welcome District Governor-elect Nilesh Agarwal, the main man, the RI officer of this evening, the only one RI officer we have in this meeting, and that's Governor Dr. Kushanovo Pabi. Hearty welcome, Governor Kushanovo. I heartily welcome First Lady Jaya. Vis-a-vis, I also welcome the First Lady of incoming First Lady of Rotary Club of Bardhaman, the President-elect Jaya Pabi. That's an unique situation we are in. I also welcome all the incoming presidents of different clubs from 3240, the incoming club secretaries, the incoming public image chairs, district secretariat, incoming assistant governors, and other Rotarians, gracious ladies, whosoever joined from the different corners of 30 to 40. I welcome once again, and I request Governor Kushanovo to kindly formally present his opening remarks so that this DTA can go live officially. With this, over to Kushanovo for his opening remarks. Kushanovo.
Kushanabada, unmute yourself, please.
Governor, unmute yourself.
Still unmute.
Saroj, can you help Kushanabada to unmute himself?
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening, PD Shubhashish, DG Nilesh, RP, Sandeep Narangji, and all my friends in Rotary, the incoming officials, presidents and secretaries. As you have heard from our PDG, Subhashish, this is a new format in which the DTA is going to happen. But this is very wise decision because we should take chances and innovate new things so that we can reach to the maximum number of our target people. I am sure that this format will be effective and most of the officers will be benefited through this format. And I also welcome all those participants and wish they can learn more intently. They can be interactive. So ultimately, when they go back to their individual clubs, they'll be able to operate the club for the coming year in the best possible way. With that, thank you and enjoy yourself in this DT. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Kushanaba, for your small and crispy welcome note to make this DTA official one. Thank you so much for giving your time. I know this is the fag end of your tenure and you've been hugely busy visiting clubs and attending meetings. Thank you so much once again, Governor Kushanaba.
Welcome.
Friends, before we get into our business, we need to hear from our incoming leader. Just you heard the serving leader. Now we need to hear from the incoming leader. I request Governor-elect Nilesh to kindly address his team, his warriors, and his support for 23-24. Over to you, Governor-elect.
Good evening and a warm welcome to all of you. Today in this meeting, we have with us RP Sandeep Narangji from District 3250. I accord a warm welcome to him on behalf of our District 3240. We have with us RP PDG Ajay Agarwalji from 3291. We too welcome him on behalf of our district. I welcome our District Governor Kushnava Pabida, First Lady Jaya Pabida, Pavi Ma'am, District Trainer Subhashis, District Executive Secretary Ramesh, District Secretary Recognition Ritesh, District Secretary Public Image. Today we are having the session of Public Image, so he is the most important person today, Rudrajit Laskar, and the entire team of our Public Image. We had a meeting virtually 2 days before, and we have worked out some of the modalities. And Rudrajit will introduce the team and just place before you some of the programs that we have undertaken. And at the end, we will be hearing from Sandeep ji, his word of wisdom. I welcome all of you, all the Public Image chairs of the club, the president-elects, the incoming secretary, AGs, zonal secretaries, and other members who have joined in this Public Image seminar, this session. Friends, as already DT has told you why we have formatted, so I won't be taking much of your time. And it being a new format, seeing the large geographical area of our district, we thought of having the training in this format. We had our GMS a week early. We have seen that it has worked out. Almost 85%, 90% of the club has joined and it has yielded good results. So this type of DTA from evening 7 to 9 having different times for different speakers and different topic. I think everyone is engaged in their business and profession. So when they come back, they can join for at least 2 hours. They can learn, they can hear. So we have tried this format and I hope this format works more for our district, because anyone coming from Silchar, Agartala, Bardwan, Asansol for just 1.5 session and again going back and spending so much of the money, spending so much of the time. And all what we deliberate here, we have got the RPIC, we have got the RPIC and ARPIC joining us from their comfort of their home. All of the members, they are joining us from the comfort of their home. So we are trying this session and I am seeing that 162 has already logged in. And दोस्तों ये सबसे अच्छी चीज क्या है कि इसमें से कोई जल्दी से निकल नहीं पाता है. Generally in physical form, what we see that we have seminars, we have sessions, but if we have 150 members, you will find 50 in the room, others 50 somewhere, other 50 somewhere. And in this session, we found that GMS, if anyone asks any questions, that answer which is given, that answer is known to all. So this is the best thing that I feel as far as the training assemblies are concerned. Otherwise, the conferences are there, otherwise the paths are there to meet in physical form. Now Rotary International has also advocating to have maximum of the meetings online so that we can cut upon the cost and the time. New generation, they don't have much time, so we should also cater to their requirement. And this year we are trying to have Rotractors in almost all our committees. And as far as the public image is here, we have already included 3-4 Rotractors into it, and we are including almost all the Rotractors in all the committees. We are going ahead to include the youngsters with us because ultimately they will be the future Rotarians of our district and they will be serving for the country. So दोस्तों ये चीजें हैं और ये आगे बढ़ती रहेगी. मैं ज्यादा कुछ नहीं बोलूंगा. लैंग्वेज शुड नॉट बी ए बार. ये सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज मैं आपके साथ जो शेयर करना चाहता हूं. बहुत जगह हम अपने मन की बात नहीं बता सकते क्योंकि जनरली रोटरी में लोग जो आते हैं या आना चाहते हैं वो ये कहते हैं कि भाई इंग्लिश हमको अच्छे से नहीं आती है, दूसरी लैंग्वेज में हमको उतना कंफर्ट नहीं मिलता, सो वी आर नॉट ज्वाइनिंग. So this should not be the bar first, because if we talk of public image, we have to connect with the local public. And if we connect with the local public, the local language is very important. This year, one important thing we are doing from the district is that all the banners that will be made for the meetings or for the programs, the first Rotary Club which will be written, that will be in the vernacular language. And almost all the program should be done in vernacular language so that we can connect to the members. So this is all I want to say right now. And as the meeting goes on, if required, we'll be having the question answer session of the members. And I hope after the Rudra enlighten you how we are going ahead this year. And then we'll be hearing from RPIC and ARPIC. And I think their word of wisdom will help us in shaping our year to the fullest, in making the year very meaningful one. Because end of the day, what public think of us is the real public image. And I believe that we should work on such projects, ऐसे projects, ऐसी चीजें हमको करने चाहिए कि हमको public image ज़्यादा करनी ना पड़े, ऐसी चीजों को देख के लोग हमसे जुड़े. So that will be the real public image. Thank you everyone for giving me this time, and hope that all will be enriched by the words of wisdom of all of the speakers that are here. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Governor-elect Nilesh, for your very clear and cut message to your team for the next year, what you intend to do and what you are looking forward. Thank you so much. Friends, let me tell you one thing, that definitely we have a QA session. Question and answer session is there because we have resource person joining from different class. So they can definitely answer your questions. So you can put up your questions in the chat box, and I request my Zoom team, Arindam and Saurabh, to kindly collate those questions. When the question and answer session comes, you can come up with one of the questions, and resource person, either Sandeep or Ajay or even Governor-elect, will address those questions. So you can put your questions in chat box, and Arindam, Saurabh, you can collate those questions for the time. Friends, next, as Governor has mentioned, we have a very, very dynamic leader in our district, very young, energetic, very talented leader who has been given the responsibility to run the district public image for the year 23-24. The man is not very long height, it's a short height man, but a very, very solid shoulder he has, and he has been given as per his shoulder the responsibility. I would request past President Rudrajit Lashkar from Guwahati Icons to come up and in a short presents your theme, your idea, your intention aligned with Governor-elect for the year to come. Rudrajit, over to you.
Thank you so much, District Trainer Shubhashish Da.
And request
obviously-
all to maintain the time to the extent possible.
Yes, and obviously our District Governor-elect Nilesh Bhaiya and our District Governor Kushanamba Pabida, who is also here. And we have two eminent speakers this evening. Rotary Public Image Coordinator for Zone 6, PDG Sandeep Narangji, and Eastern Rotary Public Image Coordinator for our district and 3291, PDG Ajay Agarwalji, who are there to enlighten us with their vast knowledge about this subject. I am learning, as I accept very humbly that I am learning this subject. But yes, I hope with the support and that I will receive from all of you, from all the incoming president, all the incoming secretary, and all the incoming public image chair of our district, I think, and obviously the team of public image team of District 3240 will obviously going to fulfill some of the vision that we have for next year, 3 years. So with it, I will start with a small presentation, and along that, I will also introduce the team, and in the process, I'll also give how this team is formulated and what is the vision behind such a robust team we have. So I'll start with a small presentation first. Yeah, Anindanta, is my slide visible?
Yes, visible, visible.
Yeah, okay. So it's changed. Can you see my next slide? What is public image in Rotary?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, can be seen.
Okay. So basically, friends, though I doesn't prefer much of this online presentation, though one-to-one interaction could have been a better opportunity. But yes, this is the format that we have right now, and we have to take most out of it. So what is public image in Rotary? So I'll go by the basic definition that we have in our Rotary textbook or our manual, you can say. So public image is the way we present ourselves. It starts with ourselves, our Rotary Club, our project, our meetings, and our programs to the public in our community. How do we do it? A very simple, basic question. This is the definition we have. Now, how we can achieve this? So I have a different philosophy. It is not just about Rotary. It is overall for any organization, for that matter, who want to build a better public image in the society, has to have some basic guidelines that we need to follow. And what are those? Yes, this is basically a differentiate and personalized organization. We can have to personalize and differentiate our organization. Now we already have that in place. You can name it, like we have a passport club. We have a passport club in place. We have a cost-based club in place. We have so many corporate and other formats are there. Now it is up to us.
Saurabh, unmute. Saurabh, mute all, please.
To follow. Yeah, some disturbance in there. Okay. So which format we need to follow, which is best to the public and which is best to the community. Accordingly, we have to differentiate our organization and come forward. The next is we have to be very relatable. Relatable in the sense you have to understand what is the need of the community is. If we really want to make the public image, first we have to understand what is the current requirement the public have or what they need from us. You have to understand that. So we have to be relatable and accordingly design our program, design our initiatives. And very importantly, the emotional chord. We have to strike the emotional chord. We have to touch the heart. Until and unless we touch the heart, no matter how much publicity we do now, no matter how much advertising we do around Rotary, at the end, people will not feel close to us. And that's why one statement in the beginning of this session, our district governor-elect has already mentioned, we have to be local. We have to use local language in our communication so that we easily communicate with our audience and strike that emotional chord, which is required. First thing which is required to basically to create the public image. And then, of course, society also look at us as a thought leader. We have to be very proactive with our approach. We have to come with some innovation. We have to be the solution. People should look at us that we are the solution provider. we have to be the thought leader. And finally, now we are sitting in ages where this collaboration partnership is of immense importance, friends. No matter what you do, how big you are, at the end, you need a partner or you need somebody to collaborate so that you also take your message forward. Why it is important, I'll also explain in my subsequent slides. Now, all this is fine. Now, how to start? Yes, we can start by simply wearing a label pin which has clearly the Rotary mention in it. Now, I emphasize again, the Rotary mention in the label pin is important when you are in public forums. So the recommendation is that when you go to a public forum in a meeting or a project, try to use the label pin which is Rotary properly written in it, so that people can easily read it and recognize Rotary. Now, our motto is service above self, and what does it implies? It implies action, doing what it takes to help those who need it, wherever they are and whoever they may be. It is about providing value and making promises and keeping them at the same time. We as a Rotarian have to be very selective with when we make promises. But once we make the promise, we have to see that we keep the promise and fulfill that aspiration of our community, so that they look at us as a solution provider, as I mentioned before. And we have to lead by example. Who we are? We are the people of action. Now here, this is very important. Now, when we look at any other brand, for instance, if you take it, for example, a McDonald's, instantly when you see the McDonald's logo, the burger came into our mind. When we say, look at the Amul logo, all the confectionaries, the dairy product came into our mind. Now, when this Rotary logo appears, now we have to create that impression that people should take that into consideration, or they perceive that we are the people of action. So that is what is our action should speak louder than what our words. So we should establish ourselves as a people of action, and whenever people see Rotary logo, they immediately connect a resonance with the belief that yes, the Rotary is the people of action. And I think all of us should also believe in that statement that yes, we are the Rotary, we are the people of action. Here the brand center, again, one recommendation, since I will keep it short. So for all those public image chair, incoming secretary, incoming president, I have already interacted during the PETs. So all clubs recommended should use the club logo which through my brand center from myrotary.org. On details on this, like how to do it and all, again, we can have a one-to-one session with zonal wise. Maybe we can have a arrange, and we'll show you how to create the brand, your club logo through myrotary.org, that is brand center. So I'll not talk much on this. There is two, again, I am coming for this to mention, I want to mention here is that here you can see the Rotary is the recommended logo of the club. It has been done through there is brand center of My Rotary. And on the right hand side, you can see our theme for this year. Now, the point I want to mention here is that now, whenever you do any project or do any permanent project, sustainable project in the community, try to make sure that you use your club logo, not the theme logo mainly, because theme logo is only for the next year, that is 23-24. And it is mainly for our own motivation. For community, it is the Rotary, it is the Rotary Club of your club, which is more important. So you have to see, you maintain that. Otherwise, people will get confused by changing our theme every year and year. And one very important announcement that I like to make here is that that we are coming up with an app. That app, as you know, most of the app have all the solution in place. So as ours, the 3240 app is going to have almost all the features that you currently you get in My Rotary and district website. So all this will come under one button, that is the My Rotary app, 3240 app, which will have the features like your CRM, the reporting will be done through this app. But besides this, the more important part is that it will have also the features which will have the project showcase, where you can upload the projects which you think is very important, and those projects will be showcased, highlighted. There will be a section for greetings to member, that will be it anniversary or birthday. So those greetings will be done through this app. And besides that, we'll be adding more features to it. And going forward, this app will have also some content for the public as well. So our idea is to have a more comprehensive app where the general people who are non-Rotarian can also get some information, some highlights about Rotary. So we are in a process of developing it, and most probably from the 1st of July, we'll have this app will be launched. Now, coming to the district public image team, as I mentioned, and the emphasis is on public image. So a very, you can say, robust team has built up, and we have both Rotarians and Rotaractors in that team. The idea is behind to have the synergy between Rotary and Rotaract, and we also learn something from Rotaract, and Rotaractor also take something from this amalgamation and also do good for their club and their organization. And together we come as a team and make the public image of Rotary. That is the whole idea. So I will take you through the public image team. So you can see we have brainstormed a lot on this, and we have come up with some ideas that whole public image can be divided. We have divided into 4 verticals mainly, and one we are obviously calling it digital and social media, which is obviously one of the most important tools we use for propagating or promoting any of our projects, our activities, our cause. So in that digital and social media vertical, we'll have Pulkit Bansal from Siliguri. He will be the co-chair, and there will be one Rotarian, Apurva Krishna Chattaraj. He is from Aero City, Durgapur, and again, as mentioned before, Rotaractor Gaurav Jain from Siliguri will be the coordinator. So Apurva and Gaurav will be the coordinator, and Pulkit will be the co-chair of this vertical. And similarly, we have the same structure for Northeast as well. And for Northeast, we have Rotarian Arindam Sharma from Dibrugarh and as a co-chair, and Rotarian Vivek Kumar, Orchid City, Shillong, and Rotaractor Priyakshi Saha, Greater Tezpur City, will be the coordinator of this digital and social media team for Northeast region. We have talked about digital. We all agree that digital is the next way forward. But yes, we can't forget the very basics, some of the traditional way of doing the public image, and that is our traditional medias, which include, yeah, we'll take all the question in the Q&A session. So I will continue the presentation right now. So basically in the this traditional media, we have this radio, TV, and your newspaper, billboards, signages, all those things which we normally use are all come under traditional media. And we have Rotarian Vivek Chetri from Darjeeling, who will be the co-chair, and coordinator will be Sudhanya Dibedi. She's from Bardwan South, and Rotaractor Vesla Chetri, she's from Gangtok. So they are this team for Bengal part. And for the same traditional media Northeast region, we have Rotarian Shankar Chaudhary from Hailakandi as co-chair, and coordinator will be Rotarian Rajiv Jain, Guwahati Luit, and Rotaractor Devashri Pal from Dharmanagar will be the coordinator. And now we have created a separate vertical altogether for events. Now we also believe that just doing a public image or just doing a PR means giving a press release after any of this service project we do is doesn't going to help us much as far as going to create the public image. So we really want to create some event which will be specifically aimed at creating public image. Those events can be a fundraiser event, can be a musical night, can be a sports event like marathon, corporate cricket, felicitation ceremony, who's and who's, Young Achiever Award. So we have many ideas. We have, I think, many clubs are also doing it. Now we want to give it a more structured, organized way. If some good practices that is having in some part of our district, obviously we want to bring it and then we want to replicate in the other part of the district as well. So that's why we have created a separate team for events, which main aim will be to promote, create events and suggest events to the clubs, or so that they come up with events which are mainly specific aim will be to have public image around it. And obviously the surveys and all those can be the secondary cause can be there with all those events. So we have Nikhilesh Upadhyay from Mathansol, who is the co-chair, and Anush Sharaf from Ukra will be the coordinator, along with Rotaractor Dihiti Singha from Bolpur Shantiniketan. And the same for Northeast part, we have co-chair Ashish Sharma from Guwahati West. He's a doctor by profession, and Ranjit Bhattacharjee from Ginland Silchar, and Director Anushwa Das from Royal Global University will be the coordinator along with co-chair Ashish Sharma. And again, I have mentioned before that partnership, we believe that is very key for the success. So for this, we believe that we also need to partner with government organization. We have to partner with other international organization, and even we need to partner with some of the local organization, grassroots organization who also have some popularity in their vicinity. So those partnerships are also key for us to take the message of Rotary forward. And at the same time, we also believe that we need to have some eminent figure or maybe some celebrity, some social influencer who can be part of our cause or part of our campaign. They can be a honorary member, or they can be a just face of the campaign as well. So for this, we have created a separate vertical, which we are calling it Partnership and Liaison. And for the Bengal part, we have Jyoti Desharkar from Siliguri Metropolitan, and coordinator will be Tarun Kumar Singha from Katwa, and Director Chirag Patel from Burdwan. And for Northeast part, we have Anupam H from Guwahati as co-chair, and the coordinator will be Rotarian Samutra Bandhavadhyay from Agartala City, and Director Devarshi Pal from Dharmanagar. So they make this formidable team for Partnership and Liaison for Northeast part. Thank you so much, friends. With this, I conclude my presentation and my deliberation. I hope you will have a good time as we have a very, very eminent and dashing personalities with us who have more better knowledge about public image. Thank you so much for giving a patient hearing. We can take the question, all those who have raised your hand, maybe at the end of the session when we have QA session. So thank you so much. Over to you, Shubhashida, our district trainer.
Okay, thank you, Rudrajit, for your very, very vibrant presentation. One small correction, maybe that's a typo mistake. Tarun Kumar is not Sinha. Tarun Kumar Saha from RC Katwa. Okay, that's fine. And friends, so far I know you have questions coming up. You can put up your questions in chat box if you want. Saurabh and Arindam can capture those questions, or you can come up when we have a proper question answer sessions. You can store your questions till the time. Rudra, I must congratulate you for a very, very brief and wonderful, and I can see a penetrative preparation that you have taken. I wish you all the best for the year 23-24, along with your very, very dynamic and a good mixture of team. I can see a people of 60 years, and I can see a people of 20-25 years also. Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Friends, that's all about public image projection for next year, what is Governor-elect wants to have through his dynamic teams. But this is now the time to hear the resource persons who have joined from the beginning of the call, and I must appreciate their patience to be here with us. And at the same time, I also congratulate all of you to giving us a magic number. 200 plus 205 people have joined this Zoom meeting across 3240 from Aizawl to Asansol. Thank you so much. Kudos to you. With these words, I request the ARP past Governor Ajay Agarwal, who connected world through Rotary in the year 2019 and 20. He was the governor in 1920, 19 and 20. Theme was connecting, Rotary connects the world. Over to you, Ajada, for your address to this dynamic team of 23-24. Thank you.
Thank you very much, past Governor Subhashish, District Trainer for 23-24. My namaskar and greetings to each one of you. I think I'll save time by not individually addressing each one of you, but my sincere greetings to each of the past, present, and future RI officers, the incoming club presidents, the assistant governors, the other district officials, and in particular also the DPIC, whom we just heard, Rudrajit, a very, very dynamic personality whom I saw had a very lucid vision of what he is planning to do in public image. Also, a very dynamic public image team put together by Rudrajit in consultation with the district governor-elect and his team. So first of all, my congratulations and my appreciation. And I'm sure it's going to be a year in which public image will receive a major momentum and new thrust under the guidance of your DPIC, your governor-elect, and the other people in the public image team. Friends, we have been engaged in promoting the concept of public image in Rotary for a number of years. And the question arises, what is it about public image which is so important? When so many club leaders and district leaders are concerned much more with quantifiable values such as membership and Rotary Foundation collections, for example, and of course, planning and implementation of service projects, which forms the core mainstream activity of Rotary. But friends, just wanted to submit to you very humbly, and if you look at it with a little bit of depth, that what leads to membership growth, what leads to credibility in the Rotary Foundation is actually what public image of Rotary is all about. And which is the fact realized by Rotary a few years earlier, and which is why Rotary International has now taken up public image as an absolute priority for Rotarians all over the world, because the very image of Rotary brings forward your membership growth. The credibility which your public image generates brings forward a better contribution and participation in the Rotary Foundation, in contributions and projects both. And therefore, this is one vertical which today requires an immediate attention from all incoming district and club leaders. And therefore, it's such a heartening sight to see a very large participation in today's public image session organized by the district trainer and the governor-elect. And I'm extremely delighted and I'm very hopeful and very optimistic that under Rudrajit, T240 is going to have a new horizon of public image promotion in the coming year 2024 and of course onwards. Friends, today we are at a stage where we now need to start taking action towards public image. And today's session will serve just as an introduction for me with all of you. And I'm hopeful that perhaps later on down the line, we'll be able to have a more detailed interaction and participation with more inputs from all of you and suggestions floating around between all of us in order to take forward that action plan. Today, because of the limited time at my disposal, I will only leave you with a few thoughts. Number one is that under the leadership of your DPIC, I would suggest that a public image seminar on a district level should be organized separately from this. Number two, which your DPIC very nicely delineated in his presentation, is the focus on brand communication, starting with the usage of the logo, which I talk about very, very frequently to everybody. And the reason is that club leaders and even bulletin editors sometimes get confused about how to correctly use the logo relevant to the particular event or relevant to the. There are very clear guidelines for all these friends, and all of you should start using the logo correctly. Perhaps you have the resource of your DPIC at your disposal, and you can check with him. You can vet whatever you have created with him and see whether it's correctly designed or not. The second is a channel of communication which I want to establish in 3240, which our RPIC PDG Sandeep has allotted to me. And the channel of communication should be with all the club public image chairs so far appointed and your district public image team. And if you want me as a guest on that group, I'll be happy to join as well, which will give us an immediate interaction between ourselves about what is going on, what we need to plan and take forward, and what we have achieved at the end of the year. So these are two or three suggestions which I had with you. Number three is what Rudrajit also mentioned, that given our current thrust and our current, I can almost say obsession with social media and the digital media, we are forgetting that the traditional media, print media, and the television media, radio also, today still stands very, very firm amongst the very large population that we have. And to my mind, any communication over print media, television, and radio is taken that much more seriously than what we see on the social media or on the digital media. So as we plan our public image activities, let us also keep in mind this fact that the traditional media also needs to be utilized and addressed by the public image team. We have a certain ease of doing business with social media because it's much easier. It doesn't cost any money. But along with that, we need to also address the traditional media, which I mentioned. To the incoming club leaders, the one message I will leave you with today is that if you have not already appointed a public image chair in your club, please do so. Please also see that he has a committee to work with, and please ensure that his name is communicated correctly to all of us so that we can be in touch directly throughout the year and see what the club needs as far as support is concerned for the public image activities. And believe me, with Arpik, PDG Sandeep, myself, Rudrajit, and others in the public image team, there's absolutely no dearth of resources for you as far as public image is concerned in 3240. And I must appreciate your Governor-elect Nilesh also. The manner, the very lucid manner in which he explained his vision for public image is also very, very encouraging. Friends, Arpik, Sandeep, and I have had several sessions in the recent past about how public image can be promoted. And we are indeed gratified and happy that in many districts now, public image has shed the image of a stepchild, and it has become a force to reckon with in most of the districts. I was in Burdwan during a public image seminar in which your governor, Dr. Kushnava Pabi, was there. And he also spoke about how he has been doing projects in public image. I was visiting 3030 6 months back, and there also the then governor Ramesh Meher spoke about all the public image activities that he's. So all in all, I find there's a new horizon about to dawn as far as public image is concerned. And with great resource people like PDG Sandeep with us, and with Nilesh at the helm of affairs, and young and dynamic Rudrajit to steer everything together, I'm sure we're going to do. We're going to see a new vision of public image in 3240. I will always be available for any kind of assistance that you might require. And I look forward to a great association with each one of you. I have many friends already in 3240. I'll be visiting there frequently. Some of the club leaders, incoming club leaders, are well known to me. And my greetings and congratulations to each one of you as you take up the reins of Rotary to create hope in the world for 2024. Thank you very much. Thank you again, Subhashish, for inviting me.
Thank you, Past Governor Ajay Agarwal, our ARPIC, for your very brief and clear-cut message to the incoming team. I am sure this team will keep you bothering for next 1 year because
I'll be
Sandeep
delighted
would
to be
be
bothered.
busy.
I'll be happy to be bothered. In fact, I would rather be offended if I was not bothered during the year.
Thank you. We will not make you offended, that's for sure. Thank you so much for your very clear instructions what actually public image Rotary looking for. Thank you so much for giving your time and talent and sharing with us on this virtual format. Thank you so much. Friends, time has come to listen to our today's evening chief guest, the chief, I should say chief facilitator. I would not say chief guest because those who have gone through RLI, this face is very, very known face. So he always likes to become more a trainer than a speaker. But before we listen to our RPIC, Sandeep, I would request incoming district secretary recognition and citation, past President Ritesh Kumar Misru, to kindly give a short introduction of Sandeep so that those who are not known to Sandeep, they can have an idea about Sandeep. I know Sandeep has a very, very popular base in 3240. Over to you, Ritesh.
Thank you, DT. it's a great pleasure for me to introduce and reflect the image of Rotary Public Image Coordinator Sandeep Narang. Sandeep is an economics graduate from Hansraj College, Delhi University. He enjoys the classification of hotel management. Sandeep was the past president of his school Interact Club. Later, he was a member of Rotary Club of Delhi West. He joined Rotary Club of Dhanbad in 1986 and was the club president in Rotary year 94-95. Sandeep was the district governor of 3250 in the Rotary year 2002-3. He has been a RI president representative for 4 times, APF strategic advisor for Zone 5, Permanent Fund Committee he was the member of a Permanent Fund Committee of India for the Rotary year 12-13, past chair and currently advisor of RLI Esteem Indian Division, Regional Convention Promotion Coordinator for the COL Convention 15-16 and COL representative for the Rotary year 2016. Sandeep is also ARC. He was also the ARC in 1670, chair for Rotary Disha in 2019, and international training leader at the 2021-22 International Assembly. Currently, he is serving as the Rotary Public Image Coordinator for Zone 6. He also has spearheaded the setting up of 24 Saheli Centers, a vocational training center for women in the district. He has edited a coffee table book, Why I Am a Rotarian. Sandeep ji is married to Anu. She is also a past president of Rotary Club of Dhanbad. They are blessed with 2 sons, Savya and Arav. Sandeep is a director of 17 Degree Hotel Private Limited and runs the 17 Degree Hotel 3-star property at Dhanbad. Sandeep and Anu are the major donor and benefactor of TRF. Sandeep has been bestowed with TRF citation for meritorious services and Distinguished Service Award, as well as Rotary highest honor, service above self. Here we have past district governor, Rotarian Sandeep Narang. Over to you, Subhashita.
Thank you, Ritesh. Sandeep, all yours. If you want to have an interaction, our 2 Zoomers are there, Arindam and Saurav. You can coordinate with them and they can come up with the questions if there are any coming up to the chat box. Over to you, Sandeep. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ritesh, and of course, Subhashish. Of course, Kushnava and I think Jaya have left the meeting, but Governor-elect Nilesh, it's a pleasure to be here this evening. I had once sat with Nilesh long ago. I think I was in Guwahati for an RLI and we sat. And I realized at that point that this is a young man, district governor, incoming district governor, who is full of new ideas. He wants to change the status quo. Whether right or wrong, time will tell. But he was certainly interested in training. And he certainly believed that things need to change and new ways have to be looked into. So I'm glad you have tried this new format. Subhashish, you're the incoming district trainer, and congratulations. It's lovely that our ARPIC Ajay is here. Ajay is the only ARPIC this year who's in for a second time. That means Ajay really did a great job as an ARPIC. And today, I mean, I'm so impressed with Rudrajit's presentation of the team. I mean, so did Ajay say that. Ajay, we were having this meeting 2 days ago, and we were exactly looking. We were right, Ajay. We were wanting that each district should have a team like this.
Yeah.
It'd be a pleasure if Ajay and I could be part of that team, on your WhatsApp team of your public image team and all that. We would just like to know what is happening, the enthusiasm which you are showing at this moment, how it is going to last in the whole year, how it's going to translate into actual work. Amazing. I also saw, I think I saw Sukhminder DG and Sukhminder also there. I'm sure there will be other past governors, but mainly these 200, I mean, now it's 196 odd people. Subhashi was telling me that we will be somewhere around, he first said 90, then he said 120, then, Subhashish, this beats your count. I love the enthusiasm. But they say you can lead a horse to the water, but you cannot make him drink. So there is a catch here. The catch is that most of you have turned your cameras off, and I hope you are behind the screen. I hope you're listening to it. I'm sure if you're having a drink at the same time, I'll be most happy with it. That's all right. But I hope you have ears to it. Can I suggest to Saurabh and Arindam that take the spotlight of me so that everyone can see 25 at least on the screen, so I can float through the screens. So we can remove the spotlight actually.
Done.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think or maybe my view is okay. Great. I was told, Subhashi told me that you speak mostly in English or maybe a bit of Hindi, so I will stick to that. And let me begin by first congratulating that you guys started dot on time. And that is an old value of Rotary, which I really, really cherish. And it really happens that things like Rotary things today start on time, and this happened today. And I'm most impressed with that. So before I present, there's some housekeeping. I'll tell you that you can use your chat box to respond. I'll be watching the chat box throughout our interaction. You can use the raise hand feature if you want to interact with the question, and I'm sure Saurabh and Arindam will help you, unmute you. I might have a power cut and you might lose my face for some time, or I might lose the internet connection, but in both cases, I'll be back. That is a famous line from an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, I'll be back. So with that, let me also, I'm really impressed by Rotarian Shakti Lifelong. He's already put in 5 questions at the beginning of the day. He's talked about positive image. He's talked about social media. How do we handle negative publicity? Membership, public image versus membership growth, public image versus transparency. These are very, very complex, questions which he has raised. We'll take it during the question answer session, and maybe some of the answers may come during our interaction. With that, I had a presentation, but I think the presentation can be kept aside. I would love people, if you unmute, if you put your come on the screen, it'll be nicer. I'll be watching you. So there was this line, this was year before last, which Rotary gave this thing when they trained the governor-elects. They used this as the subject matter when they were talking about public image. They said, we are Rotary. So it doesn't say, I am Rotary. Main Rotary who? We are collectively, we are Rotary. And collectively, we need to talk in one team, as one team, one voice, and one Rotary. Now that sounds so easy, but it is actually very complex, because we have all started speaking in different language, in varied ways, in our own ways. And that is why this whole concept which Rudra was talking about, using the brand center, that we have one kind of image, one kind of branding. And just for information, just for knowledge, that we have the action plan, Rotary's action plan. Increase our impact, expand our reach, enhance participant engagement, increase our ability to adapt. And really, public image comes under expand our reach. And one of the points it says, build awareness of our impact and of our brand. Now they use this word brand, Rotary's brand. And I'll come to that brand a little later. I wanted to now ask you people, why public image? So I know there has to be someone who has to break the ice, who has to be the first one to respond. You can use the raise hand feature, or on the reaction button. So I see Deepru Rudra there first. So can you unmute Deepru? Why public image? That's the question. क्यों public image Rotary हम क्यों बात करते हैं? Yeah, Deepru. Debruk, are you there?
Audio is on. Now audio got off.
I think Debru has an audio issue. I think so.
The audio.
Debru,
No,
can you
Debrup's
hear
audio
us?
is on. Debrup, if you've raised your hand, please speak out.
So I think we can mute him. Anyone else? I mean, it's a very common question. We are talking about public image of Rotary. Why public image? Why should Rotary have talk about it?
Rotarian Vivek Chetri.
Vivek, you want to say something?
Because public image is very short. Yeah, because I think public image,
This is
perception is very short. Like public memory is very short. So we need to constantly remind about the good work that we are doing.
So Vivek is talking about the public, public retention is short. Our memories are short, and we need to constantly reiterate on public image. Okay, Sumitra, can we unmute Sumitra? And then we'll come to Smita.
Yeah, good evening. To let the people, the public know about Rotary and the good work Rotary is doing at the same, through which we can get more members into our fold.
So Sumitra, you really raised a valid point. If you have good public image, we will have good members coming in. Excellent. Smita?
Thank you for the opportunity, sir. So I think, public image is important because because ours is an exclusive club of doctors. So, whenever in our colleagues, whenever we say that, yes, we're a member of Rotary Club of Siliguri Medics, they tell us, what is this club about? Kya karte ho club mein? So I think when we have a public image, they really know what we really do. And of course, there are many clubs these days who are coming up and who keep on emphasizing that we are here for the society. We want to do social work and acha kaam karna hai. But why I chose Rotary over others is because Rotary stands on the strong pillars of friendship. I think this is what is lacking in today's world. I think there are a lot of people with a lot of good intention and good funds to do good work. But friendship is something that we all require, and especially in this modern era of stress, we are also stressed in our respective fields. If you can.
Okay, so good. Smita was talking about a lot of things there. We have two more hands, so we will close it at that. Vishal?
Yes, sir. Basically, what I think is public image is important to increase the approach of Rotary throughout the world. See, public image, the subject that we use for increasing the image of Rotary in the world would be social media, and that is the major platform that is being used to identify a new stuff or get into know something about the world.
Okay.
So this platform of public image will definitely increase the approach of Rotary throughout the world.
So get Rotary around the world. So we'll have Rajiv. We also see Dr. Rekha's hand. We'll take Dr. Rekha also. Yeah, Rajiv.
Yeah, good evening. I am Rotarian Rajiv Jain, President of Rotary Louis Guwahati. I think one very important point with public image can give us is show our work to a lot of corporate houses who are looking for CSR parties for using their funds for executing project for the society. So if you have a good image like Rotary has, then it's easier for us to get support from CSR funding companies. So that's very important, I believe.
So Rajiv, you really got a very, very valid point. Someone said to get prospective members, you're looking at prospective donors to the organization.
Yeah.
Or even partner organization. Or even volunteers. They may not join Rotary, but they will volunteer with Rotary, or they could be partner organization in Rotary. Yeah, Rekha?
Yeah, good evening. Actually, the public image is very important so that our work can be recognized by the public and we can do the community work effectively and efficiently, and the other government organizations and other organizations can support us if they know us.
So, okay, so even working with the government organizations, if they knew what Rotary is, it becomes very easy. So last response from Shakti. So Shakti, you're the man with the questions, right? Okay. You're mute, Shakti. Someone will have to unmute Shakti. Yeah.
Good evening, sir, fellow Rotarians. So I'm the incoming chair for public image for Rotary Club of Orchid City, Shillong. So I feel, why do we talk about public image in Rotary? Because I feel it is essential to the success of our organization. You know, a positive public image allows us Rotarians to attract new members, to secure funding, which is, you know, very essential to our organization, and to carry out our mission, our mission of promoting peace and advancing, so many things, improving communities around the world. So I feel Rotary's public image is the perception that the public, including, potential members, partners, various stakeholders, have with our organization. So I feel this perception can be influenced by many factors, yes, including our actions, communications. So in today's world where, the social media and news can spread so quickly, and, I feel the public opinion, can change so rapidly. It is very important for every Rotarian to have a, for every Rotary club to have a public, positive public image, yes. So yes, by building and maintaining a positive public image, us Rotarians can continue to attract new members, who share common value, and it is very important for us to stay motivated as well, right?
Thank you,
So,
thank
yes.
you, Shakti, for that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. And I think if you kind of summarized everything. There's one more thing which I maybe just want to add, if you agree with me. When we create a positive public image, it also helps us understand us.
Correct.
There are a lot of members in your club who've joined because someone has invited them, your friend has called them over. They are members, but maybe just not really active. They're also not sure. They're already
Correct.
members of Rotary, but they're not sure. But if you create a positive public image, they also get to know people within the organization also get to know, how what the organization is all about. And there are a lot of people who are responding on the chat box also. I say Didita Singha saying to spread the positive happiness of working among Rotarians. So, but all of you are saying the same thing basically, that we need a positive public image. We all said that. Now, there used to be something called Rotary Public Image Grants, which was happening in about 10 years back. If anyone remembers that, you can just write Y on the chat box. You know about these public image grants? So I don't see any yeses on the chat box. So Rotary used to actually give the governor a grant every year. This was happening in 2000, about 11, 12 or something. I think, Ajay, do you remember this public image grant?
No, no, Sandeep, I'm not aware about it.
Okay. So it actually came, and the governor he had a plan, he would give it to clubs, and the clubs could use that money to put up hoardings and things like that in their areas or cities or towns or whatever it was. And then Rotary thought that this was not working well. That's when when they hired a company called Siegel and Gale. And Siegel and Gale was a public image company which was in New York. They had about 100, 200 employees, and Rotary paid them a lot of money actually. And they went around the world. And they tried to find out what Rotary is, and they said the awareness of Rotary, people knew the word Rotary, but they didn't know what Rotary was all about. Someone said it's a gear company. Someone said it's a wheel brand for wheel. Someone said it's a telephone brand. Someone said it's a club where people sit together and sing songs. So various responses were there. And they then decided, and then they suggested that the word Rotary should be written with it. So in the earlier presentation, Rudra was emphasizing that the image the logo which we use has to be with the Rotary wheel. The mark of excellence is the wheel, which you can use if you don't have the place to write Rotary. Sometimes the place is too small. But this was all suggested by Siegel and Gale. It was a major firm. Rotary paid a lot of dollars to this company to make that suggestion. And they came out with it after months of research and traveling around the world. So now I have a question, and I want you to answer this on the chat box. My question is, what is a brand? So I want you to put some brand which comes to your mind first in your mind, put it on the chat box. Let's see who gets his brand first on the chat box. Okay, now I've got a lot of them going here. First one in was Rohit Mopal, who said Tata's. Priyambak said HDFC. Arindam said Cadbury, Pepsi. Raniganj Rotary said Google. Chiranjit Mittu Tata. Hyundai, Debro, Karan Bajoria, Jio. Apruba Amul. Sujata Mukherjee, Paints. Okay. Now someone said a trusted service, meaning that is a quality of a brand, right? Amul, Abhishek, Chavi Tata, Abe, BMW, Sumitra, Kellogg's, Dr. Rekha, Raymond's. List is going on. Apple, Apollo, Reliance, Rotary. Now someone has also said, can we see everyone's mute? Yeah, thank you. Now someone has also said brand is something other than, so someone has said Rotary is a brand. Now, do you agree Rotary is a brand? And what is the quality of a brand? If Rotary is a brand, what is a quality of a brand? Someone has said trusted service already. What else is a brand? Anyone? Now you can speak out. You can raise your hand and you can speak out. Shakti said is a set of characteristics, attributes, popular among us. So Arindam will take you. Some characters, what really makes a good brand?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, Arindam.
Okay, there are two Arindams. It's me or Arindam Ratta?
Yeah, you, Arindam Samar.
Arindam Sharma.
Okay. I have a question. Many people know that Rotary is a brand, but how can we make the club a brand? That's a bigger question when it comes to the club levels.
Okay, so now we are going to, can someone, I'll ask Subhashish to just make a note of this question. We'll take it up during the question answer. He's talking about making the club as a brand.
Yeah.
We'll come to that. We will just stick to what I've asked.
I would actually say that it reflects the leadership. It reflects the mass and leadership. That is brand. And that is the reason Rotary is a brand. That is why I said Rotary is a brand.
Okay, so Rotary is a brand. So anyway, what else? What is the quality of a brand? Someone said trusted service. Ek answer mila tha mere ko. Any other answers? You talked about all these brands. What was it that makes it a brand? Anyone?
Satisfaction.
Okay, very good. So this is, I heard Mahinder said it's satisfaction. Excellent. Okay, Ashok. Ashok Kumar Goon. Yeah, Ashok.
Some responses in the chat box also.
Okay. Someone said, Sujata said something which is reliable. Excellent. Amit Sharma says pulls you towards itself. Very good. Rajesh, you want to say something? Rajesh Singh. Trusted. Image.
Yes, sir.
People. Yeah, Rajesh.
Yeah, yes, sir. I think brand is whenever we think about the service, any name that comes in our mind for that service is a brand.
Okay, so if you think about some kind of quality, like when you talk about service, the word
Yes.
Rotary comes into your mind, or you think about a good car,
Absolutely.
BMW comes
Yes.
into your mind. Okay,
Absolutely.
right. Great. Shakti, I'm going to take a small response from you. One-liner response.
5 words. A brand is reputation, a brand is consistency, recognition, loyalty, and of course, its identity.
So that was I told you one sentence and you made it power packed one sentence. Okay, excellent. So you said all the words. I will rephrase it because I have something here with me, which says a brand really is an emotional connect. You know, some people when you want to buy a car or you want to buy a laptop, or a phone, some people swear by Samsung, some people swear by Apple, say on a phone. Or we talk about cars, some people will swear by Maruti, because there is some kind of emotional connect on that. So meanwhile, I see Rotary Club of Raniganj. Now there I saw this group of young men or Rotarians who've been watching this together. I think they're seeing it on a big screen or something. So I'm going to take your response.
We are in our club only, club premises only.
Okay, great.
President-elect and his secretary, incoming secretary.
Right.
So we think like brand is the public image. What you create an image in the public, that is the brand.
Okay, so it is a public image. So excellent. And Raghunath, you want to say something? Okay, and someone have to unmute Raghunath Chatterjee.
I tried to unmute him, but he's not accepting
Okay, great. So we'll move ahead. So really a brand is an emotional connect. It's a differentiator. Raghunath is talking. So can we get Raghunath? Okay, no. So it's a recognition and really it's a gut feeling. So we are successful as a Rotary brand if the gut feeling says, when we talk about service, people should think about Rotary. And to a certain extent, I think this is true during COVID, when someone wanted an oxygen cylinder or a hospital bed, when even the DMs could not help, when even the hospitals couldn't help, people were calling Rotarians because they thought Rotary had some kind of, they felt Rotarian hai to kar dega, which may not have happened all the time, but we were getting those calls. I think most of you would agree with that. So that is really a brand, and brand is actually, like some of you said, it's an image. It is not what we think about us. All of us think ki bahut acha organization, great organization. But what people or the community thinks about us. And it's an identity of who we really are. So what we are and what people think about us is the brand. So it's the two eyes together. The first eye is identity. The second eye is image, and together it makes a brand. And the three qualities of a brand, or these are again words which some of you have already used right now. These are the 3 C's of a good brand. It's consistent, it is compelling, which means it engages you, it's compelling, and it's very clear. So that's why the word Rotary was added to it, because it made it very clear that this is Rotary. No thinking whether this is a telephone company or it's a wheel brand or it's a tire brand or something, very clear. It's compelling, which means when you see it, it hooks you. And it's consistent. And that is why we're talking about the brand center all the time. Consistent means that it's the same everywhere. Now, in 3 C's ko agar Hindi mein karna ho, kisi ne Hindi mein cha rahe ho, uske 3 kya hoga? So I found those 3 words. It will be Samman, Sammohak, or Spasht. Those are 3 C's in Hindi. Now I'm sure someone can translate it in whatever, in Bengali or whatever. You can also find those 3 C's somewhere in Assamese or whatever. So now I have another question. We have the new Rotary logo with the Rotary wheel. Is the logo our brand? Is that logo our brand? The Rotary wheel hai with the Rotary likha hua, which is called the master band signature. Is it our brand?
Yes.
Okay, so Rajesh says yes.
Logo is not a brand.
Who's
Represent a brand.
Ananya is saying this, okay.
I said logo is not a brand, but logo represents a brand.
Okay, so Ananya is she's getting deeper into it. It represents the brand, but is not the brand. Okay, I like that answer. So I'm going to come back to it later.
Few questions are there in the chat box also, sir. Few responses are there in the chat box also.
Okay, I'm going to look at that. Meanwhile, we'll hear Raniganj.
The logo is a brand. Actually, when we think about that sign thing, we think about Nike. So like somewhere, if you're looking at a logo, we represent it brand. We compare it to a brand.
So you say where the swoosh is there, like you see, think about Nike. So there is a brand recall when you see that, right? So,
Sir, logo is the identity of
right?
a brand.
Shravani, come again.
Logo is the identity of a brand.
Is the identity of a brand. Okay. Sukhminder here writes, public image starts with our own activities because every one of us are brand ambassadors. Very right. So we should be very responsible while we act. We should be very careful while posting our activities on social media. Correct. So I agree to that. This is logo is a unique identity. Logo is a trust and faith. Brand becomes addiction for few, trustworthy. Now, Arindam Sharma is not getting my audio.
It is solved.
It's solved? Okay.
It's solved.
Yes, it is. Some people are saying it's a symbol. Some locals can be copied. Image is being created now as a set of people who always stand near the needy. Okay.
The logo connects you to the organization.
Okay. Atanu, come again. What did you say?
The logo connects you to the organization.
Connects you to the organization. Okay.
You think about the organization.
So I'm going to come and I'm going to take both sides on this. The logo is part of that brand. Okay. If I want to use an analogy, it's like a gift box. When you gift someone a gift on his birthday or an anniversary, you package it very well, right? You have a gift wrapping paper, you have a ribbon on top of it, and you put a nice card. And half the time the impression is made with the box because the box is so well done. But what is really inside the box? It's the gift, right? So really it's the gift which matters, but the packaging also matters, the upper layer matters. So it actually, like someone said, it leads you to the brand. It is part of the brand. It helps you brand recall value. The moment you see a Nike swoosh, you say it's Nike. The moment you see a Rotary, you say it's Rotary. Right? So I have always said that the brand or Rotary, if you compare Rotary organization or our brand as an iceberg, if it's an iceberg or you know how an iceberg is, there's water and there is something which hangs out. There's a big mountainous thing which comes above the water. But what is below the water is much larger and bigger. So what you see is actually tip of the iceberg. Because you see the top, which is above the water. But the core of the brand is much, much deeper into water. So the logo is the top, is what you see. But if you us brand ke tah tak jaane ke liye, uska depth mein jaane ke liye, you have to see what is inside, what is that core. And now I want you people to answer. Now these answers, there'll be many answers to this. So there's not one, there are many things which are part of our core. What is that? Meghnad, you're saying something? Okay, so I have Rajiv Thakur there.
Yeah, Mr. Narang, brand is a short form of a logo, is a short form of a brand. Like the logo helps you to recollect the brand name.
Correct.
So when you see the wheel, and people who understand, they just we can connect it to Rotary.
Okay, right. So I agree to that. Now I'm saying that just helps you that is the connection, right? But what is our brand really? What is the depth of our brand? What is the depth of our brand?
Rotary Sujata Mukherjee has raised the hand.
Yeah, Sujata.
Yeah, sir. Hi, good evening. Well, actually, as per Rotary is concerned, I think it's just like the other brands. Jo dikta hai, sir. I'm using the Hindi phrase. Jo dikta hai, wahi bikta hai. This is what I will relate to. Like, if we can put Rotary to that level, I think people will know about Rotary more. And if the tip of the iceberg is sustainable enough, or might be it is good enough, then only people can know that yes, that that is the strength which is there downward. So I think that is a part of my answer.
Yes. So I got your answer. That's a very common phrase we use आजकल. But हमारे brand में कुछ तो होगी ना, कोई depth होगी. There has to be something deeper in our brand. It's not just the logo. Rotary is not what it is today, powerful because of its logo. There is more to our brand. So Sumitra, I'm going to take your answer on this.
It tells out about the various products that we sell.
Okay, and what are our products?
About the various products that Rotary sells.
And what is that product? That's good. That's a good answer. But Rajesh, you want to say something?
Various verticals that we have, no? The focus areas, 7 focus areas.
Okay, so one of them is that, so if I put it together, it's the service that we do, right? It's a service that we do in those areas of focus. That is the depth of a brand. That is one part of it. Okay, what else? Rajesh, you want to add something to that?
Diversity
Yes,
of
sir.
Rotary.
Yeah, Rajesh?
Yes, sir. Sir, there are plenty. The first thing is a legacy of 118 years. A trust of 100, more than 100 years is depth of
Excellent,
our
Rajesh.
brand.
I think you have kind of flown over and seen my point, which I have written right in front of me. It's 108 years of history. Excellent. Someone has written very nicely on the chat box, and I see Satish Kasera has written, our brand is trust, consistency, integrity. Correct, because we are ethical people. We talk about ethics all the time. Right? Ethics and faith. Someone else, Abhay has written that. What else? So that was one very nice answer. So there are many factors to our depth of a brand. One of this, our history. What else is part of our brand?
Diversity of Rotary.
Vishal, excellent. You talked about diversity of Rotary. That is our brand. We are not just some people who are regionalized or compartmentalized or based on
There is not only one focus point. We have 7 focus points. That is diversified. We have diversified people from all around the world connecting in one logo, under one brand.
Okay. So, excellent. So now I think, Subhashish, how much time do we have with us?
Well, Sandeep, you have another 10 minutes because your question answer, the 10 minutes we have kept that you can take over. So you have around 15 minutes time, no issues. You can go ahead.
Okay. Right, Subhashish. So let me put it this way, and I'm just going to run through this first. We have that history. The fact that we are business leaders or professional leaders in this field, that is part of a brand. That we work on community service and international service, that is part of a brand depth. And that we create lasting change, that we are partners to government. So all these things and more, our foundation, someone has written, Ananya has written, our foundation. That we are people of action, that is part of a brand. So there is something called an elevator pitch. Now people in management would know elevator pitches when you're going in a building and you have that short time going from the first floor to the 6th floor or 7th floor, and you're wearing a Rotary badge, you've come for a conference, and someone asks you what is Rotary, because you're wearing a Rotary badge, which says, it puts your name and also gives your Rotary club, your district, and so on. So if you have only 5 seconds to respond, or even 2 seconds to respond to that, what will you say? You met this person on the lift, and someone asks you, what is Rotary? And you have only 2 seconds to respond. What would you say? Anyone? This answer already given by Rudra at some point of time, but that's our brand. Quick, if you have that 1 second or 2 seconds to respond to it.
People in action.
Excellent. Sukhwinder, you said people in action.
Service of self.
Yeah. So service of self could also be an answer. That's what stands. That's a motto. And people of action. To me, people of action is an amazing tagline or something which was added, which has been suggested by Rotary for the last couple of years now, that we are people of action. Now I see when people are making t-shirts for their club members, they write this people of action, hashtag people of action. Right. But agar if you, instead of that 2 seconds, then you're going to the 20th floor, and maybe instead of the 2 seconds or that 1 second, you have 5 or 7 seconds, and you say, what is Rotary? Then my suggestion would be you must remember the 5 core values of Rotary. So this is what Rotary stands for. And those core values, if you want to put it there, Sujata has written Rotary is a family which enhances fellowship and friendship. So excellent. So that's part of our core values. The core values are service and fellowship.
Leadership.
Leadership. And you said the other two, which was said earlier. Integrity and diversity.
Consistency.
Okay. So this is Rotary Band. So this whole exercise today is making you understand what is Rotary Band. And now in the next 7 or 8 minutes, we're going to talk about what we're doing now was basically talking theory, understanding Rotary and what we want to do for public image. What exactly you as club presidents need to do for public image, or district public image chairs need to do for public image. Okay, let's come to the what actually needs to be done. So, anyone? Shekhar Agarwal, very nicely put. Logo is identity, logo is belief, logo is trust. Nice. Okay. So, हमको क्या करना है? What are we supposed to do? You know, we've talked really big. We've talked a lot of what is brand. We've talked about what is Rotary's brand. Everything we've talked about. What are we supposed to do? Yeah, I see Rajesh. Rajesh, you're the only hand which is coming up every time. I need some fresh answers. Let's take Rajesh first.
Okay, sir. First, to enhance the brand, we need to do a critical survey that what our society exactly needs, not what we want to do, but what they exactly need to do. And then we need to serve the people in the area in which they are in need. And
Okay.
then we need to create an awareness also that, okay, we are doing for the public. No? Then we go for other things, social media and print media.
Okay.
So we need to solve problem of people.
Okay, so you say we need, someone has said, Deepak has said visibility. You said that we need to work, find out from the community and then work for the community. So we have something called community service. I have another question. Is everything which we do community service में जो भी हम करते हैं, whatever we do, is that part of our public image efforts? Yes or no? You can put it on the chat box. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Kamal says yes. Everyone's saying yes. 2-3 responses they're saying yes. Well, right. Everything we do in community service is public image. But from the point of the public image committee, if you do public service or community service and you brand it well, then it is part of what we are doing. And for example, Rudrak sent me some pictures of a kiosk they set up in Guwahati about breastfeeding. Now, those were perfectly, the logo was perfect, the branding was perfect as per the brand center. And I would consider that as a part of public image effort. But if you do 500 surgeries, but if you did not brand it, the public image committee will not take it up as part of their work. You did community service. Every community service is part of image building. Perfect. That is bought. But then you have not put your mind. So for every project you do, you should, when you have a person to handle the finance for the project, you have a person to handle the execution of the project, someone to run the project, someone to do the registration, you should also have a Rotarian. He or she should be part of building that public image of the club or of the community through that. Okay. Now someone has posted a picture just now. That's Samir Kumar from Malda. Now, is that a good picture on public image? I'm just taking it up randomly there. Okay, so someone says we do service, but we do pictures. Now, So I'm going to now, since we are now out of time, we'll take up questions and answers. So Shakti will take your questions. I'll kind of sum it up. Please remember that for Public Image Committee, it will be part, you've done something on public image if you actually made an effort to build public image through your project. Not all projects will be part of your public image efforts. Then there are some efforts which you do which are purely public image, which is like setting a clock tower or taking out a marathon or taking out a walkathon or something like that, which is purely public image. Okay. Extremely important is that we need to train our people for the use of brand center. And there are 9 courses on the Learning Center in Rotary. Each one of the public image chairs, each president should try to do those 9 courses on the Learning Center. And let me tell you, I get a report every month of people who complete that Learning Center course. So if you've done 30% of it, I will say it will show to me that Subhashish Chatterjee District 3240 has done 30% of the courses. I get that report every 1 month from Rotary International. So, if you want to monitor how much of our people are doing those courses, I can give you that figure every time you ask me. So first is to train our people on the use of brand center, monitoring our projects, that all our projects have the same brand thing. And then there's this whole course about telling your story in Rotary. And so that is another subject in itself. And also talking about our role in polio eradication. So we have to build an image for Rotary International, and part of that question which was put earlier, which we parked, if we build an image for Rotary, it will work both for Rotary International and the club at the same time, because it's end of the day, it is Rotary, right? So with this, we'll come to an end of this little chat. I had a presentation. I have some comments here. Hari Kishore has said we can generally differentiate between public image and public relation. But when we take into account Rotary, what is the basic difference in promoting Rotary in the public about the good things that Rotary is doing? So Hari Kishore, to add to that, public image is what people think about us. Public relation is what we try to get to the people. So it's from us to the people. Public image is from the community to us. So they work in different directions. Okay, so you all are very enlightened, Lord. I like the comments here, and thank you for being so interactive, because I know it's very tough to last this much time on Zoom and all that. So with this, thank you so much, and we'll move on to the question and answers. I'm going to end abruptly. This is a starter on public image, and I will share my email ID on the group. Anyone who wants to have any questions, I'll put my phone number. You can call me directly at any time, and to Ajay as well. Ajay, I request you to do the same, and we'll be happy to take up your answers and queries. Right? Thank you so much.
Thank you, our pick was Governor Sandeep, for your wonderful interactions. Actually, from where the last 1 hour spent, we really did not realize. I think Arindam Sharma has one question which you have parked for this session, right? Arindam, could you come back, and Sandeep, you can take that question?
Yeah, sure.
Arindam Sharma. He was talking about any public image for club.
The question.
Arindam, are you there?
The question.
Yeah.
The question was how to make a club brand. He was talking about making the club brand, not the district or not the Rotary. He was talking about an individual club in the localite.
So if you really look at it, if you create an image for Rotary in your community, in your district or in your town, that is what is you're going to write Rotary, but you're the Rotary Club. You are the one, your club is what represents Rotary in your city. It is automatically, it's going to be your brand image. And at the same time, that image will add up to Rotary's image throughout. So I think whatever work you do locally, people will take you for what you do there locally. I know of cities where Rotary clubs does so much, and people have such a high, they rate Rotary very highly. I also know about certain cities where Rotary clubs are only doing politics and fighting among themselves. And people have this image, oh, Rotarians only do this. So what you do in your community is what is going to build your club image.
Arindam and Saurabh, do you have any other question, Parth?
Two questions are there. One is from Rotarian Shankar Ghosh, Bolpur, Shantiniketan. Shall we make a club logo?
Okay, so that's a very, very good question. And I'm just going to share my screen. Can I do that for 2 minutes?
Yes,
Sure.
yes,
You can share your screen.
Can you see that?
Yeah, you can.
So I'm going to run through this and come to. So when we come out logos, see brands evolve over a period of time. So if you really see, even the Apple logo changed. The IBM logo changed, the Mercedes logo changed over a period of time. And same with Rotary. I mean, what you see on top is Rotary's image, Rotary's new logo, but this logo also changed over a period of time. And this logo is Rotary's master brand signature. This is what we should be using every time. And this has to be done through the brand center. Please do not pull this logo out of Google. Don't search Google and take out the logo. Please go to the brand center and do it. This is also the mark of excellence. Somewhere if the space is so small that you cannot put the word Rotary, you may use this. But this is not something which is recommended. And when you go to the brand center, you have a menu there, and if you want to put your club name, this is how it should come, Rotary Club of San Francisco. Now, when your club goes and does a project, it should say Rotary Club of San Francisco or whatever, of Tezpur, of Guwahati, of Bolpur, or whatever you want to do. And this is a font called Frutiger. Please use the same font. So if every Rotary club in your district, if you have a premise or if you have a project, is branded in the same fashion, that is what is credible. And make sure you download from the brand center. You have the logo from the brand center. That's the Rotary Foundation. And when you do your logo on your projects, on your when you do your programs and all that, this is how you do. You have this pipe here, which divides the Rotary and the. And do you know this? What is important when you do your projects? Which logo is important? The Rotary logo on the left, not the team logo. Rotary logo is what we want to connect to the people with. Team logo is your president trying to motivate you. It's Jennifer Jones is trying to tell his governors that imagine Rotary. It's for internal consumption. Don't confuse the community with your team logo. Let them be talking about the Rotary logo, and always the Rotary logo should have your name of your club and your district there. Always. You cannot do a project and put the Rotary logo and saying this. You should have the qualifying name of the club or district there.
Sandeep, could you please write the logos of front's name? Because somebody is asking.
Frutiger, but it will come automatically when you go to the brand center. It will only show you it in that particular thing. Now, this is how you will brand your projects. Rotary Club Dhanbad on one side. This is the school, Jeevan Jyoti School on the left. Always like this. So I really wanted to show you that this is how you must brand. Now, what happens is that sometimes people design their own logo. Someone does I've seen a logo where someone did a program for children called Farishte. And they drew wings around it, around the Rotary logo. Not allowed by Rotary. You have a club in Durgapur, and because it's a steel plant, you have the Rotary logo, and you put chimneys and pipes over there just to reflect that you're part of the steel city. Not allowed. You cannot fool around with the Rotary logo. So that is so Sukhwinder will take a question on that.
Very good evening, Sandeep ji. Very nice session and a very good interaction also. But what I want to know from you and to suggest all our incoming leaders about what should be the appropriate Rotary project picture to upload, because sometimes we do many projects, but sometimes we find it difficult. Who is the beneficiary? Everyone is looking at the picture, looking at the camera, and we didn't find the beneficiary. अगर किसी को कंबल भी देते हैं तो पता नहीं चलता कंबल देते हैं ना कंबल वो चुरा के भाग रहा था. So what is your suggestion? How should be the appropriate picture, where how the club members or the incoming leaders should reflect on this, such activities? Your suggestion.
So, Sukhmata, that's a very good question again. And I think it actually needs a whole session. Like when we do the public image seminar, we should have a session of 30 minutes of how to take that picture. And it's there on the Learning Center as well. What Rotary says is that please take pictures in action. Oh, so I'll show your screen again. So what we do is we make sure that every club member is in that picture, because that club member will feel offended if he's not in the picture. And we don't even have the beneficiary sometimes in the picture. Sometimes we make the beneficiary sit in front and we are behind and the banner at the back. Rotary says take a couple of people in the project of the picture and show a picture in action. So there's a whole chapter on this. Now someone is showing his club, Nikhilesh, you're showing a club logo. This is wrong. Your Rotary logo, the font Frutiger is not there. The club of Asansol likha hua hai. It's not done from the brand center. I can assure you this. I can make it out from this. Okay, but you're using it in the right way, but you should have done it from the brand center. Okay, I don't know whether I'm right or wrong on this, but to me it looks a little different. So let me just share this again, the screen again. So there's this whole chapter on taking images or taking pictures, what to choose, how to choose, and how to avoid. And let me tell you, when I get pictures from my newsletter, I can mostly out of 10 pictures, only one I can choose, because they're only of Rotarians posing for the camera. Now this is an action picture. And this is how they want you to put your hoardings. Together we transform. So there are 9 adjectives Rotary International has given you. And this again will come from a drop-down box. This is our line. Together we transform, we save lives, we feed people, we alleviate poverty, whatever it is. Together we end polio. So this is how you need to put. The problem with our hoardings is we put too much information in one hoarding and no one sees anything. You have to learn to select. Yeah, Nikhilesh, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, we're using this logo since 2014. I think only the font is wrong, yeah, sir? Is it only the font which is wrong or the entire design is wrong?
No, the font is wrong.
So the font which is below the Rotary, right? The Asansol and the district.
Yeah.
But that font is
I
not
think we should
available.
redo it from the brand center. That's all I'm saying.
So will we get that font online?
Yeah. So Nikhilesh, you're asking, you're part of the team. There's a brand center in your Rotary.org.
I know, but we couldn't get that exact font, because whenever we are downloading it and we are trying to
put the Rotary logo, there's a drop-down box, you write whatever it comes. You have a choice of putting your club name below or above.
Correct. Achha, that's a PNG file which we did not download. Right.
Yeah, Arindam, yes. Arindam Sharma. You'll have to unmute Arindam.
So I have a question, sir. Together in action, what is the photograph which you which are shown to us?
Yeah.
Together in action. So together we end polio. That together font. What is that font?
So I don't know, but that is actually from the drop. Again, how to do your banners and your hoardings or your advertisement material it's there on the brand center.
Okay.
So you have an option to use their stock images, but why would you use that? Because you're doing a project locally. So use your club image.
No, I'm talking of the fonts, sir. The together fonts that you.
I don't know the font, but you will not be able to do it yourself. You'll have to go there, put your photograph there, and then you can choose the 9 adjectives there.
Okay.
And you can put it there.
Okay. Thank you.
So I will. Yeah. Any other questions?
Is there, it was being parked in the beginning of the session. Just one suggestion for building public image of Rotary in public to utilize service of local newspaper and local social media. Will it be impactful? Rotarian A.K. Sharma.
Can you repeat that question?
Question is that the main question is that how to utilize the local newspaper and social media to create the public image of Rotary in the localite.
How to use? I think you people know best. The point is, parents cannot. You don't have the money to come out with paid ads mostly, right? So the only thing I'll tell you what my club does. There's something called a press day which happens every day. You know, there's a day for everything in the world. So there's something called an International Press Day. That's the day we call the press people, give them some tea and snacks, talk about Rotary, our projects, and give them a small gift. That's how we build relationship with them. And if you can get local media, a lot of clubs have very good connect with local media. That's the best. I mean, there's nothing like that. And social media, you have to have a youngish person. I mean, it's not about age, but it's about someone who knows it. Mostly young people know how to handle social media. Please remember, now there's a digital transformation which has happened in the world. So now everything is instant. Now, when you order something on Amazon and you don't like it, you write to them right away and they take action within minutes. So same with Rotary. If you don't do something good, people are going to blast you at the same time, equally fast. If you do good, they're going to appreciate it also equally fast. So it's very important that the local level, that's why today I think Subhashish, you had invited all the club public image chairs also, right, to be part of this. You're mute, Subhashish.
Yeah, Sandeep. Actually, we try to have all the Indian public chair for this meeting because they are the target audience for our today's session.
हमारा जो हम देता है वो लिए.
Okay.
Am I audible?
How many public chairs are there? They can raise their hand so that at least how many are there right now. Earlier, I think there may be more, but we can come to know.
So we got one at least. We got real.
Sir.
Okay.
Good evening. Dr. Anil Bhomik.
RC Agartala City.
RC Agartala.
Agartala City.
Agartala City.
So someone has written, send me what are the 9 adjectives. I'm not going to tell you the 9 adjectives. I'm going to leave you with some homework. So you should go to Rotary Brand Center and find out, or Rudrajit will help you get those 9 adjectives. Those 9 adjectives have been vetted by Rotary International lawyers so that you're not infringing on the copyright of any other product or brand in the world. So they've checked those and then they've given those 9. It's been vetted by Rotary lawyers and all that. So, okay, Nikhilesh, that was fast work. You've done it right now. That's the right logo. Okay.
No, sir, it was updated actually by the current team. I had the older logo, so which is why the current team forwarded me the logo immediately.
So we have another 5 minutes. I think we can close up. We can wind up, and I thought it was very fruitful. I hope if some of you can even get motivated to go to the brand center, motivated to go to the learning center and do the courses. I think Ajay and my work would have been done. And of course, Nilesh and Subhashi would be happy if some of you people really get there and work on this. But you have a great team going. Congratulations to all of you. I'm really looking forward to this district really performing in the coming year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sandeep. If there is any question, we can take over. Arindam Sharma, you had one question asking the font. I have posted in the chat box. You can take over from there. That's for the People of Action poster, second line font. It's called permanent marker. The font name is permanent marker. So do you have any other questions, or we will call it a day? Friends, if you have any questions, this is an opportunity. You have resource person sitting in front of you. Come up quickly. We can give 2-3 minutes time.
Rotary and Shakti from Orchid City, Shillong asked 5 questions. I believe all the answer has been given already during the discussion.
I think those 5 questions Sandeep has covered.
Yes.
I think I've somewhat covered those 5 questions, but I think those questions are really in depth, and it will need a lot more time if we get into it. So we will probably, we can have a one-to-one chat or one-to-one Zoom with Shakti and all that at some other point in time.
Okay.
Arindam has something to say. What is hand out?
So friends, if we are done with all question answer sessions, it is time to present a formal words of gratitude. And I would like to request the incoming District Executive Secretary, Ramesh Garodia, to kindly come up and present the formal words of gratitude to our guests and of course our own Rotarians who have spent their time for last 2 hours for this wonderful session. Over to you, Ramesh.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Hello.
Yes, audible.
Thank you, Subhashish da. Well, friends, we are at the end of a very interesting and intriguing session on public image. And first of all, I would like to thank our RPIC PDG Sandeep Narang from Dhanbad District 3250 for the wonderful session and the wonderful perspective of public image that he has given us. PDG Sandeep Narang is not at all new to District 3240, but every time we listen to him, it's definitely a new experience, and as always it was wonderful listening to him. Thank you, Sandeep ji, for sparing your valuable time and giving us such a beautiful presentation on the public image. I would also like to thank our ARPIC PDG Ajay Agarwal from Kolkata, who has joined us and given us a very good talk on the public image of Rotary. I thank our DG Kushna Pabi and First Lady Jaya Pabi for being present in the meeting and sparing their valuable time. Our district trainer PDG Subhash Chatterjee. Our district trainer PDG Subhash Chatterjee, as always, working meticulously and guiding us in organizing all such meetings and handling the meetings so well. Thank you, Subhashish da, for always being there. He's always a call away. Whenever I need anything, I can always call him. It's wonderful to have you as a DT. Thank you so much once again. I also thank our DG and Sukhminder Singh for being present today. Our District Public Image Chair, Rudrajit Lashkar, thank you so much for the wonderful presentation on public image. I think it has given a lot of clarity to the club officers and all the members about how to use the public image materials and the brand center materials in Rotary, in our club materials. I thank all the other members of the Public Image Committee, the other members of the district team, and the assistant governors for being present in today's meeting. Lastly, all our presidents, current and incoming, the secretaries, the club PI chairs, other club members, all our Rotarians, and last but not the least, all our Rotractor friends who were present in the meeting and who have made this meeting a huge success. We had a participation of more than 200 at a certain point of time. So if it goes like this, I'm sure that we'll be having a great Rotary year ahead. Thank you, everyone, once again. Thank you so much. Back to you, Subhash.
Thank you, Ramesh. Thank you, Ramesh. Before we open the Zoom for virtual fellowship, once again, from my personal behalf, I say my gratitude and thanks to Sandeep and Ajay for spending a wonderful evening with us. Friends, an important announcement for all presidents-elect and incoming assistant governors. Tomorrow, we have a DTA session on 7 focus areas, service projects. So all the presidents-elect, incoming secretary, incoming assistant governors, and each club's service project chairs. And I'm sure for service project chairs, one club has more than chairs. The subcommittee chairs are also there. All are requested to join tomorrow, and other Rotarians as per your convenience, you can definitely join. We look forward to have you once again tomorrow at 6:45 login and start at 7. We have another person coming tomorrow who will be briefing you with this project. With these words, thank you very much, Governor-elect. Thank you, Ramesh, and thank you all other person. And my special thanks to my Zoomers, Arindam and Saurabh, and of course, Danny has joined later to manage the Zoom wonderfully. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening. And Arindam and Saurabh, you can open the Zoom for a virtual fellowship. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone.
Open now.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Sandeep ji. It was so nice.
Thank you. I had a good time. We'll
yes. Thank you, everyone.
संदीप जी आ जाइए अब चाय पीने तेजपुर.
आइए. And today's best part is that we have finished the meeting on time.
Great.
संदीप जी को ऐसा मत बोलो, संदीप को कल बुलाओ, परसों चले आएंगे. फ्लाइट का टिकट नहीं है, ट्रेन का टिकट नहीं है, तो उनका गाड़ी में पेट्रोल डाल के चले जाएंगे.
तुमसे मिलने तो आ ही जाएंगे. सुखविंदर बगल में ही है, तुमसे मिलने तो ऐसे ही आ जाएंगे.
सुनना, पूरे इंडिया में एक ही आदमी है जिसको एक फोन में हम लोग 3240 में बुला लेते हैं कभी भी, और कभी भी आज तक ना नहीं बोला.
करेक्ट.
यही तो क्वालिटी होती है ना आदमी की.
राइट.
तुमको भी आगे ऐसे ही बनना है, समझिए सुखविंदर. यू नीड टू प्रैक्टिस व्हाट यू प्रीच. ओके.
अरे हम तो आपका ही जूता पहनने वाला है.
ऐसी कोई बात
ये देखो डीजे शाना हो गया, वो आपका ही जूता पहनने वाला है. आप जैसे छोड़ो के जूता वैसे ही चलेगा.
पड़ेगा.
देखो.
Thank you all. Yes, thank you all the president-elect, and special thanks to DIPC, Rudra. Wonderful. Well done.
Thanks to all incoming leaders.
Rudra and the entire team. इतना ज़्यादा मतलब fascinated है वो team, क्या करना नहीं करना.
आज का सेशन ऑफ द शो था रुद्र.
Yes.
इम्पैक्ट प्लेयर
होना भी चाहिए.
हाँ, आईपीएल का इम्पैक्ट प्लेयर आज रुद्र ही हो गया.
यस. यही तो होना है, ताकि हम आराम से सो सके, वो काम कर सके, तो होना ही पड़ेगा.
गुड. चलो, थैंक यू वेरी मच एवरीवन.
Okay, thank you. Good night. See you tomorrow.
Take care.
Thank you, DTA, Arindam, Saurabh, Danny.
सुखविंदर कल ज्वाइन करना. कल तेरा फिर एक जन दूसरा चाहिता रिसोर्स पर्सन आएंगे.
ठीक है आ जाएंगे. हम
अभी
तो
आते रहेंगे. 4 दिन यही होना है. अभी आराम से काम धंधा खत्म करो.
मेरे को नीलेश पहले ही बोल दिया है कि खाता पेन लेके बैठ जाया कर और सीखा कर कुछ हमसे. तो मैं बैठ जाता हूँ सीखने के लिए.
हमसे नहीं, स्पीकर जो आ रहे हैं उनसे. मैं क्या ज्ञान दूंगा? मैं कुछ नहीं, मैं तो खुद ज्ञान ले रहा हूँ अभी.
टुमारो वी आर हैविंग
मोहन आएगा ना कल. अरे वेरी गुड. एक्सेलेंट है. उसको सुनेगा मैं एकदम मजा आएगा. ही इज सो नॉलेजेबल. एक्सेलेंट. वेरी गुड चॉइस.
वही तो बोला, तेरे चाहिता एक स्पीकर कल भी है.
हाँ, वेरी गुड चॉइस.
सब है. अगला भी. हाँ, सब चाहता है. बस आप रहिए खाली यहाँ.
नहीं रहेगा. हम तो है.
आप खाली खाता पेन लेके बैठ जाइए. खाली जूता पहनना है आपको आगे से.
मेरे को नीलेश जब भी भेज देता है तो मेरा 4 दिन अभी फ्री हो गया उस दिन. ठीक है. 4 दिन अभी फ्री.
Good. And thank you Ananna for proactive participation.
Yes. She was great.
Ananna is the incoming secretary for Agartala city along with the president-elect.
इसलिए तो मैं मिलने जा रहा हूँ. इतना अच्छा प्रेजेंटेशन.
पब्लिक इमेज चेयर डॉक्टर साहब को बैठा के रख दिया था वो लोग.
हाँ.
गुड.
नहीं राजा, एक चीज था. देख, आज का सेशन में इतना इंटरेक्टिव सेशन हुआ ये वाला, और पीपल रेज सो मेनी क्वेश्चंस. दैट इज द वेरी वाइटल.
Absolutely, we made it a point, ना, it should be interactive session.
Yes.
और कितना अच्छा है, देखो 200 लोग, 200 people 200 people are there. शाम को 7 से 9 कंफर्ट जोन में है. जो सीखना है वो सीख भी रहा है. कोई पैसा भी नहीं लगा. हम लोग का कितना पैसा बच गया. नहीं तो सब गेस्ट को फेलिसिटेट करना पड़ता, वो भी बच गया. खाना खिलाना पड़ता, वो भी बच गया. कितना पैसा बचा लिया हम लोग.
जिसका पैसा बच गया ये DTA में आने के लिए ऑल फाउंडेशन में दे देना. उसका 50% दे दो. चलो.
नहीं, लोग अभी खुश हो रहा होगा मेरा पैसा बच रहा है, लेकिन जो यहाँ ज्वाइन किया बाद में पता चलेगा अभी.
और देख नीलेश,
रमेश
नीलेश
अनन्या যত টাকা বাঁচলো তার 50% रोटरी फाउंडेशन ने দিয়ে दियो.
अरिंदम भी खुश हो रहा है. मेरा बात सुन, अरिंदम भी खुश हो रहा है कि उसका बीवी देख रहा है कि कहीं भागा नहीं, यहीं पर है.
Please,
घर
all
पे
of
बैठ
you
के
are
मीटिंग
welcome
कर
for
रहा
the
है.
upcoming RILA, which RCS, Rotary Club of Agartala City, is going to organize on this 27th and 28th May.
We will give you a slot.
And your partner is the chairman, I know.
Ananya, we will give you a slot on 14. ठीक है, 2 मिनट का will give a slot for promoting your international RILA here in the closing session.
Announcement we will give that.
Sure,
Okay.
sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Okay.
That
fine.
we will do. That we will do.
Thank you, sir.
चलो. Okay. Good night, everyone.
चलो, thank you. Good night.
चलो एक और मीटिंग लाइन अप है. Okay. See you.
ठीक है. Bye.
चौकीदारी कर रही है. मीटिंग अटेंड कर रहा है कि नहीं कर रहा है वो देख. संजय कुंडू चुप कर मीटिंग सुन रहा है. अच्छा, क्लिनिक में बैठा है तुम लोग दोनों. यहाँ भी गुड. चलो.
Bye. Thank you everyone.
आने के लिए.
So I'm ending the meeting, huh? I'm ending the meeting.
चलो. Bye.
Good night.
Thank you so much.
So much.
See you tomorrow. Good night. See you tomorrow.